Buddhism, act as nothing bother you. Greetings, fellow seekers of truth and wisdom. Today, we embark on a profound exploration of the timeless teachings of Buddhism, a spiritual tradition that has inspired countless seekers for millennia and continues to offer profound insights into the nature of reality, the human condition, and the path to liberation. In the sacred texts of Buddhism, we find a treasure trove of wisdom, a roadmap to inner peace, enlightenment, and ultimate liberation from suffering. But the teachings of Buddhism are not merely intellectual concepts to be studied and analyzed, they are living truths to be realized and embodied in our daily lives. Join me, dear friends, as we journey into the heart of Buddhist philosophy, exploring its profound insights into the nature of suffering, the causes of suffering, and the path to liberation. Through inspiring teachings, contemplative practices, and heartfelt reflections, we will uncover the transformative power of Buddhism to bring peace, clarity, and joy into our lives. Whether you are a seasoned practitioner or new to the path, whether you seek solace in times of difficulty or guidance on the journey to enlightenment, this exploration of Buddhism offers something for everyone, a timeless wisdom that transcends cultural boundaries, religious affiliations, and personal beliefs. So open your hearts and minds, dear friends, and let us embark on this journey of discovery together. May the insights and teachings of Buddhism illuminate our path, inspire our hearts, and guide us to the ultimate goal of awakening and liberation. Welcome to this exploration of Buddhism, a journey of self-discovery, spiritual growth, and profound transformation. Let us begin. 1. The Journey Within. Greetings, as we gather here today, let us embark on a profound journey, a journey of self-discovery, tranquility, and liberation. In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, it is all too easy to become ensnared in the web of worries, anxieties, and desires that cloud our minds and obscure the true nature of reality. But fear not, for within the teachings of Buddhism lies the key to unlocking the boundless peace and serenity that reside within each and every one of us. Understanding the nature of suffering. In the heart of Buddhist philosophy lies the profound insight that all suffering stems from our attachment to impermanent phenomena. From the fleeting pleasures of material wealth to the transient joys of sensory experiences, our desires bind us to a cycle of craving, aversion, and suffering. But by cultivating mindfulness, wisdom, and compassion, we can transcend the shackles of attachment and find solace in the ever-changing dance of existence. Embracing impermanence. Central to the Buddhist worldview is the recognition of impermanence, the understanding that all things are transient, ephemeral, and subject to change. By embracing the impermanence of life, we free ourselves from the burden of clinging to that which cannot be held, and instead, learn to flow with the ever-changing currents of existence. In the face of loss, disappointment, and uncertainty, it is our ability to let go and surrender to the natural flow of life that brings us true freedom and inner peace. Cultivating equanimity. Equanimity, the steadfastness of mind in the face of life's vicissitudes, is the hallmark of a true practitioner on the path to enlightenment. Through mindfulness meditation, contemplation, and ethical living, we cultivate a sense of equanimity that allows us to remain unruffled by the storms of emotion, desire, and adversity. With equanimity as our guide, we navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and dignity, embracing each moment with an open heart and a clear mind. 2. The Power of Mindfulness. Greetings, noble seekers of truth. Let us continue our exploration of the path to inner peace and serenity, a path illuminated by the radiant light of mindfulness. In the fast-paced world we inhabit, our minds are often scattered, pulled in countless directions by the ceaseless chatter of thoughts, worries, and distractions. But within the practice of mindfulness lies the key to quieting the turbulent waters of the mind and finding refuge in the present moment. The art of being present. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in each moment, with open-hearted awareness and non-judgmental acceptance. By anchoring our attention to the sensations of the breath, the sounds of the environment, or the sensations of the body, we cultivate a profound sense of presence that allows us to experience life with clarity, compassion, and authenticity. In the present moment, there is no past to regret, no future to fear, only the timeless beauty of the here and now. Transforming suffering through mindfulness. In the crucible of mindfulness, suffering is transformed into wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. By observing the arising and passing away of thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment or aversion, we develop a deep understanding of the impermanent nature of all phenomena. Through this understanding, we loosen the grip of suffering on our hearts and minds, and instead, learn to meet life's challenges with courage, resilience, and grace. Cultivating loving kindness. Central to the practice of mindfulness is the cultivation of loving kindness, the boundless compassion and goodwill that extend to all beings, without exception. Through loving kindness meditation, we nurture a sense of warmth and friendliness towards ourselves and others, breaking down the barriers of separation and division that fuel conflict, suffering, and discord. With each breath, we offer blessings of happiness, peace, and well-being to all sentient beings, fostering a sense of connection, belonging, and interdependence that transcends the boundaries of ego and self. The heart of compassion. At the heart of mindfulness lies compassion, the profound recognition of the interconnectedness of all life and the desire to alleviate the suffering of sentient beings. With compassion as our guiding light, we extend a hand of kindness to those who are hurting, lend an ear to those who are suffering, and offer a shoulder to lean on in times of need. Through acts of generosity, empathy, and service, we cultivate a world of love, understanding, and harmony, one where all beings can flourish and thrive in peace and equanimity. 3. Embracing the way of non-attachment. Greetings, fellow travelers on the path to enlightenment. Let us delve deeper into the profound teachings of Buddhism and explore the transformative power of non-attachment, the key to unbinding the knots of craving, aversion, and ignorance that bind us to the wheel of samsara. The illusion of self. At the heart of Buddhist philosophy lies the insight into the nature of self, an understanding that the ego, or the sense of I and mine, is a mere illusion, a fleeting mirage that obscures the true nature of reality. Through insight meditation and contemplation, we pierce through the veil of ego and come to realize the interconnectedness of all phenomena, the impermanence of the self and the ever-changing nature of existence. Letting go of attachment. Non-attachment, the relinquishment of attachment to material possessions, sensory pleasures, and the transient joys of the world, is the gateway to liberation and awakening. By letting go of our attachment to that which is impermanent, we free ourselves from the cycle of desire and aversion that perpetuates suffering and delusion. With non-attachment as our guide, we navigate the vicissitudes of life with equanimity and grace, unburdened by the weight of craving and clinging. Finding freedom in impermanence. Impermanence, the fundamental truth that all things are subject to change, is the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy and the key to unlocking the door to liberation. By embracing impermanence as a natural law of existence, we release ourselves from the bondage of expectation and desire, and instead, learn to flow with the ever-changing currents of life. In the impermanence of the moment, we discover a profound sense of freedom, a freedom that transcends the limitations of time, space, and self. The practice of letting be. In the practice of non-attachment, we learn to let be, to accept things as they are, without resistance or judgment. Through mindfulness meditation and contemplative inquiry, we cultivate a spacious awareness that allows us to hold all experiences, pleasant and unpleasant, joyful and sorrowful, with equanimity and compassion. In the embrace of letting be, we discover a sense of peace and contentment that transcends the dualities of pleasure and pain, gain and loss, success and failure. 4. Cultivating the seeds of inner peace. Dear friends, as we journey further along the path to inner peace and liberation, let us explore the transformative power of cultivating wholesome qualities of mind and heart, the seeds of compassion, wisdom, and equanimity that blossom into the radiant flowers of awakening. The power of gratitude. Gratitude, the practice of recognizing and appreciating the blessings that abound in our lives, is a powerful antidote to the discontent and dissatisfaction that often plague our minds. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is present, from what we don't have to what we do have. In the simple act of counting our blessings, we awaken to the inherent beauty and abundance of life, and find solace in the here and now. The joy of generosity. Generosity, the selfless giving of our time, energy, and resources, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice and a source of boundless joy and fulfillment. By cultivating a spirit of generosity, we break free from the narrow confines of self-centeredness and open our hearts to the needs and suffering of others. In the act of giving, we discover a sense of interconnectedness and belonging, a sense that we are all in this together, navigating the journey of life as one human family. The wisdom of discernment. Discernment, the ability to discern what is beneficial from what is harmful, what is true from what is false, is a precious gift that arises from the practice of mindfulness and insight meditation. By cultivating discernment, we free ourselves from the bondage of ignorance and delusion, and instead, come to see things as they truly are. With discernment as our guide, we navigate the complexities of life with clarity and wisdom, making choices that lead to happiness, peace, and well-being. The compassion of the Bodhisattva. At the heart of Buddhist practice lies the ideal of the Bodhisattva, the awakened being who vows to alleviate the suffering of all sentient beings and guide them to liberation. By cultivating the boundless compassion of the Bodhisattva, we transcend the narrow confines of ego and self-interest, and instead, embrace the welfare and happiness of all beings as our own. In the compassionate heart of the Bodhisattva, we discover a sense of purpose and meaning that transcends the limitations of individual existence, and find fulfillment in the service of others. 5. The path of right action. Dear friends, as we draw near to the culmination of our journey together, let us explore the path of right action, the path of ethical living and moral conduct that leads to harmony, happiness, and spiritual growth. The 5 precepts. In Buddhism, the 5 precepts serve as ethical guidelines for moral conduct and virtuous living. These precepts, which include refraining from harming living beings, stealing, engaging in sexual misconduct, speaking falsely, and consuming intoxicants, form the foundation of a life lived with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. By upholding the 5 precepts, we cultivate a sense of moral purity and ethical responsibility, and create the conditions for inner peace and collective well-being to flourish. The practice of mindful speech. Central to the path of right action is the practice of mindful speech, the art of communicating with kindness, honesty, and empathy. By speaking truthfully, gently, and constructively, we create harmonious relationships and foster a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Through mindful speech, we sow the seeds of compassion and reconciliation, and heal the wounds of division and conflict that afflict our world. The cultivation of right livelihood. Right livelihood, the practice of earning a living through ethical and wholesome means, is an essential aspect of the Buddhist path. By engaging in work that is aligned with our values and contributes to the welfare of others, we cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the narrow confines of self-interest. Through right livelihood, we honor the interconnectedness of all life and contribute to the creation of a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world. The practice of loving kindness and compassion. At the heart of right action lies the cultivation of loving kindness and compassion, the boundless qualities of the heart that extend to all beings, without exception. By embodying the spirit of loving kindness and compassion in our thoughts, words, and deeds, we transform our relationships and communities, and create a world characterized by empathy, generosity, and mutual support. Through the practice of loving kindness and compassion, we become agents of healing and transformation, and sow the seeds of peace and harmony wherever we go. In conclusion, dear friends, may we continue to walk the path of awakening with courage, compassion, and wisdom, and may we realize the ultimate goal of liberation for the benefit of all beings. May our hearts be filled with loving kindness, our minds be illumined with wisdom, and our actions be guided by the noble virtues of the Buddha. May all beings be happy, may all beings be free, may all beings attain the highest goal of enlightenment. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. May the blessings of the Triple Gem be with you always. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.